Greetings, MrCropper. Okay, I've taken the liberty because of my understanding of you trying to estimate and be efficient here, that you will not mind what I would consider a fair use excerpting your videos. If I'm wrong, PM me, and I will cease and desist that practice and even take down the videos if you insist. But I'm making an educated guess that you won't mind, so thus spoke Zarathustra.
Ladies and gentlemen, MrCropper here. I would like to inaugurate a new series, Thus Spake Zarathustra, by Friedrich Nietzsche.
So the basic idea is that Zoroaster, or Zarathustra, is attributed with inventing the idea of good and evil. Nietzsche is using Zoroaster as the inventor of good and evil. He has gone into solitude for 10 years and comes down in order to teach people that his idea of good and evil was in fact an error, and he has moved beyond it.
And one morning he rose with the dawn, stepped before the sun, and spoke to it thus: "You great star, what would your happiness be, had you not those for whom you shine?" I like that one. I've got it underlined, one of my favorite quotes of anybody of all time. Now, knowing that the fountainhead as I do, I know that your happiness can't be those for whom you shine. Then you're an empty shell. But it's a very poetically powerful line. You know, wrong, but inspiring nonetheless.
I see that you've read Nietzsche at length, but still, I have to put it this way, that I would caution you and us from making too many assumptions about what Zarathustra thinks or says representing what Nietzsche thinks. Zarathustra made the mistake of inventing good and evil in the first place, and he's just going down to tell the world what he has overcome. We should have every reason to expect that Zoroaster will once again overcome what he's come down to tell people is his current belief in the future.
Behold, I am weary of my wisdom. I would give away and distribute until the wise among men find joy once again in their folly, and the poor in their riches. The poor find joy in their riches. That is a daunting line, which may show up later in totalitarianism of the 20th century.
Now that, I don't get what you're saying. I think maybe we're touching on one of these objectivist interpretations. How is that related exactly?
That is a daunting line.
Does that smack of social populism to you?
You over-rich star, you quiet eye that can look even upon an all too great happiness without envy. And Zarathustra began to go under. When he came into the forest, all at once there stood before him an old man. Many years ago he passed this way. Zarathustra he was called, but he has changed. At that time you carried your ashes to the mountains. Would you now carry your fire into the valleys? Do you not fear to be punished as an arsonist? Ah, let us savor these lines, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that a fantastic set of lines? An arsonist. What did they do to Prometheus? An arsonist.
See, that's the thing about Nietzsche. There's a lot of opportunities for this kind of thing. I mean, what philosophical youth doesn't face this Cassandra complex of being called an arsonist when you're bringing your fire to the valley? But I think if you bring fire into the valley, you're probably going to set things on fire, and you are an arsonist. Not that that's a bad thing.
What did they do to Prometheus? Zarathustra is an awakened one. What do you now want among the sleepers? What do you want over here? They're sleeping. It's a good line there, isn't it? They'll charge you for arson. Zarathustra answered, I love man. Man is for me too imperfect a thing, said the old man. Love of man would kill me. Zarathustra answered, did I speak of love?
He did say he loved mankind, but what does love mean?
I bring men a gift. Give them nothing, said the saint. Rather take part of their load. That will be best for them. Zarathustra says, no, I give no alms. For that I am not poor enough. Well, that sticks the poverty of the soul right into people who believe in charity as a virtue.
Well, no, not really, because Zarathustra has a gift. It's just that the old man, the holy man, um, thinks he should help and give only alms. I mean, Zarathustra still wants to give something. That's the charity.
Right? You're going to give money to decrepit, worthless people because because their leg fell off. Fine, give some money to somebody, but don't consider it a virtue.
Well, no, not really, because Zarathustra has a gift.
Praise the God, who is my God. But what do you bring us as a gift? When Zarathustra had heard these words, he bade the saint farewell and said, "What could I have to give you? But let me go quickly, lest I take something from you."
He would take that belief in God. That's what I think.
But when Zarathustra was alone, he spoke thus to his heart. Could it be possible? This old saint in the forest has not yet heard anything of this, that God is dead. He's going along, he's like, could he possibly really not know that God is dead? That God is dead. How could he not know God has died? When Zarathustra came into the next town, Zarathustra spoke thus to the people. Man is something that shall be overcome. Did Nietzsche know that our genetic stock is like a battery that quickly runs down if it's not left in the wild?
Oh, no, I think he did know that.
What did they do to Prometheus?